And good evening, race fans. Welcome to the Bristol Motor Speedway here in Bristol, Tennessee. It's covered in dirt. We're going to see some dirt racing. These 38 drivers set to take the green flag here for what I believe to be is actually race number 6. It is, yep, race number 6, and it's going to be some short track racing. I am Michael Norman, the voice of the Budweiser All-Pro Series, being joined by a co-commentator. He is driver of the number 6 for RFK Racing, Dylan Poteet. Dylan, thanks for making the drive to come up here.
Yeah, thanks for having me again. It's been a little bit since I've been here, so I think Talladega last season, but here we are again, and very different atmosphere here, and there's dirt, yeah, so a lot different Talladega. It's going to be an interesting race here at Bristol, and looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be set for some good race, and we're going to see that dirt fly. Hopefully it won't be too much of an issue when it comes to vision, but we'll have to take that as it comes. Here on the pole, we have the number 41. That is Jonathan Zorline alongside Jessica Shelton in the number 10. And, you know, the 41 coming into this race, he's already got a win under his belt.
Yeah, so he's already got what he needs to try to make the playoffs, but he does have to stay in the top 25 in points to keep that eligibility, so definitely probably keep that in mind in the back of his head. Wanted to have some good runs, try to get another win, definitely, and try to secure a spot in case we get a lot of different winners this season.
That is very true, and that does tend to happen here in the Budweiser All-Pro Series. I'm not exactly sure what it is about my series, but it always gets some good racing. We're going to head trackside now, get the opening ceremonies to get this race underway.
We've all been waiting to hear. Please welcome your Grand Marshal, the Executive Chairman of Speedway Motorsports and 2016 NASCAR Hall of Fame inductee, O. Bruton Smith.
Drivers, start your engines!
We are running.
Engines are fired here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. And Dylan, you've seen these races, and I'm pretty sure you've been to your fair share of races at the Bristol Motor Speedway. So tell me, with dirt on it, how much of a different is it going to be compared to the asphalt?
It's going to be very different. There's a lot more grooves and everything to try, and definitely different driving style. These guys most of them probably are not very accustomed to this, and it's going to be interesting. We may see some slide jobs. We may see some people get in the wall. That's probably a guarantee. We may see people put others in the wall, but wrecks also to be a problem here, and trying to avoid them while you're on dirt is definitely different than the asphalt for sure. So it should be honestly a wild race, and also the vision is going to be a problem as well. When you're behind others, when you're in front, it's not a problem, but when you're in traffic, you're watching nothing but a dust cloud. So it's definitely going to be a problem vision-wise for the drivers as well today.
Absolutely. You can see some of the drivers here. Dylan, why don't you go through the top 10 in regular season points?
Yeah, looking into this after last week's race at Gateway, Anthony McCurry comes in here as the points leader, and Cole Baker is right behind him, 24 points back. So Anthony's got a little bit of a gap right now and a little bit of a cushion, hoping to keep that going. Maddie Crenshaw actually jumped up 10 spots last week, up from 13th to 3rd. John Zorland, we just talked about, the winner here on the pole, is in 4th. Zip Cole is up 3 spots to 5th. Nathan Ormond went up 1 spot to 6th. Jessica Sheldon dropped 2 spots to 7th. James Moore went up 7 to 8th. Zachary Fitzwater dropped 3 spots to 9th. And round out the top 10 is Charles Buxton, who came from 12th to 10th last week after Gateway.
Yeah, and that's not too bad. And that's not even the playoff points as they stand right now. But it's some good exciting action here. And the playoffs, the points mean everything. You've got to stay in that top 25. I mean, Dylan, yourself, you got yourself a win last season at, the Indianapolis road course race. And you got yourself a win at the Indianapolis road course race. And unfortunately, just so far back in the points that you weren't able to get the playoffs. So points pretty much mean everything here.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a couple of drivers who won this season that are actually outside the top 25. Allie Rain is actually 26 in points. She made a big jump up from 36. She went up 10 spots. So she's got her win, but she's 1 spot out to be eligible for the playoffs. So currently she can't have her spot. And Laura Chung also has a win, 28th in points. So those two definitely are looking to try to get back up a couple of spots and get back in playoff contention. Because like I said, all they have to do is stay in the top 25 with the win. Pretty much locked in, but we could get a lot of different winners, so anything can happen for sure.
Well, here we go. Pace car ducks in. We're waiting for the flagman to give us the green flag. The Bristol Night Dirt Race is underway.
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Dirt's going everywhere, boys and girls. It looks, even just on the pace lap there was already a cloud of dirt. So visibility is definitely going to be a problem here. It's 41. It's going to try to take off. Look at this. You can't even see it on the front stretch right now.
Little bit of an issue seeing on the front straightaway. We'll do our best to keep you up through this. Look at him almost going 4 wide, trying to get through the corner here. And Dylan, these guys are going to go everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's not really a slow spot here. I mean, you can make it work up against the wall if you're gutsy enough. You can run the bottom, the middle. I mean, we're seeing a lot of 3-wide racing here. Like I said, I would hate to be a spotter in this race because you can't see anything.
Yeah, especially off of turn 4.
Yeah, it looks really bad over there. I mean, you look up turn 2 right here, just big cloud of just dirt, just dust everywhere.
That's why all these drivers have balls of steel just to be able to go through all that.
Yeah, definitely. And we're still seeing a lot of 3-wide racing here. I think it's getting a little bit settled toward the front though. Like the top about 5 or 6 have gotten single file.
God, you really just can't see anything off that corner. I forgot to mention, we've got 50 laps in this race total, broken down into 3 stages of 15, 15, and 20. So, and that's where most of our playoff points are going to come into handy here. Caution.
I was just about to say, I saw the 23, I thought in trouble, and it was.
That's Nathan Ormond in the 23 car. Maybe now we'll get a chance for some of this dust to kind of settle down a little bit before we go back to green and keep an eye on these cars. They're going to be beating and banging as I hear it happening up front, but I can't see nothing here.
I thought they may have went 3 or 4 wide. Oh, they got a little stacked up there.
Stacked up. 62's got to get going again. I guess he just teleported to pit row, so that's not good for Daniel Voiles.
The car may have shut off there on Daniel Voiles, but what I was going to say, the 23 back there, it looked like Nathan was in like a 4-wide potential situation. I think got hooked or may have got into somebody is what started that. And again, the visibility may have been off and he couldn't see who all was beside him there, but so we got a lot of people pitting.
Yeah, as a lot of these cars come down pit road, except for that's the 2 of Dylan Young decided to stay out, so we'll see how that plays into factor here. We're going to go back, we're going to take a look and see what happened, and come back for the restart. All right, we're back here. Take a look and see what happened. The 23 car had to get up. He hit the back of Anthony McCurry right there going 4 wide. And Matthew Rodriguez trying over here to make it 5 wide. And unfortunately, that didn't work out well for Nathan Ormond.
He actually was still into the 8 car there. I think Anthony got away without hitting anything.
He might have scraped the inside wall there.
Yeah, the points leader was definitely in a bad spot there. I was just talking about him having a cushion for his points lead. Just about threw it away right there.
And not only that, but Anthony was quick enough to be able to get the car woe down enough to where he wouldn't slide back up into somebody else.
Yeah, it looks like if any, there's like minimal damage at the most for the 8 car. So I think points leader right there is okay. But 23 got a little bit of the wall, but I don't think it was too bad for him as well. I think he was okay.
I will say we did have a little bit of a stack up coming to the caution flag, which is kind of unfortunately normal for this game. So we're going to go back. We're going to see who's left. We're going to see if anyone's been affected and what's going to happen and come back for the restart. And we are back here at Bristol getting ready for the restart. Seems to be the only car out of the race is the number 62 of Daniel Voiles. A quick rundown of your top 10 include Dylan Young, Jessica Shelton, Charles Buxton, Benjamin Miles, Dylan Pote, Henry Sanford, Jonathan Zorline, Trent Dunham, Kyle Matthews, and Cole Deaver. We're getting ready for this restart here with 5 laps left in the stage, and the only car to stay out was Dylan Young.
Yeah, and I think this is a strategy call to try maybe steal a playoff point, get some stage points as well. He came here 14th in points. Like I said, just trying to get every point he can and make up spots. Plus, he was mid-pack, and probably just trying to see if he can get some points out of this. Man, Jessica Shelton, I thought was going to run the back of him there, but she's already ready to go, not wasting any time in the 10 car.
No, not at all to the inside here. Dylan not giving it back. This is a great camera angle for this battle, specifically because visibility-wise, you can see the dirt and everything there. Dylan Young fighting back on the outside.
Yeah, he seems like he's got that outside kind of figured out. Sheldon she's going to clear him here, going to come off the corner and in a cloud of dust, but then D. Young's going to cross her back over, see if he can get that lead back. He's going to fight for that playoff point. I mean, that's probably why you want to stay out. You want to at least get to the playoff point.
And
ooh, that was close.
Couple more laps coming to 2 laps to go here. Charles Buxton in the 15 is in prime position in case these two make contact.
Yeah, I just saw this. I got a glimpse of the 7. Maddie Crenshaw was on pit road there. I'm not sure what happened. She was pitting last time by. I'm not sure what happened to the 7. But it looks like Shelton's starting to pull away here from Dylan Young. Oh, there was a 7.
Wrong. There was a 7 on pit road, and coming out of the back straightaway, half a lap to go. Shelton pulling away. There's Cole Baker on pit road as well right there.
Second in points.
And we're going to have to see what's happened here as Jessica Shelton is going to win stage number 1 here at Bristol. Dylan Young second. As you see, your top 10 finishing results here. We're going to take a quick commercial break and be right back with more action here at Bristol. And we're back here at Bristol. Another for the second stage of this race, which should bring us to just about the halfway point. Lap 30 will be the end of stage number 2, and Jessica Shelton still leading, and so is D Young still holding his line up here pretty good too.
Yeah, the staying out may have worked out for him. I don't know when he's going to have to pit though, but maybe looking at trying to get more stage points for the second one, try to maximize that opportunity to get the points while they're out there and available. And only lost the lead, still hanging on pretty well in second, although Charles Buxton, the 15, is starting to pull into the back of the Menards Mustang there. We got a gaggle of cars back here.
That's right, keeping an eye on these cars now that they've pretty much gotten single filed out, so that's actually a good thing. Now we might not see them run into each other so often here, as we say. Madeline Crenshaw here, her and Cole Baker 2 laps down respectively for having to come down pit road. Maybe that's some type of strategy call. I've seen it happen before.
Yeah, it just seemed kind of odd. It was right after a pit stop after the yellow, so I'm not quite sure. But both of them back on track. There's also the 43, so we'll see if maybe these others have to pit and cycle around and see if maybe that works out. I'm not sure yet.
Keeping an eye on it here. Ahead, Dylan Pote trying to reel in Benjamin Miles in that 45, 23XI Racing. I'll be honest to say the RFK has not been having the best of seasons so far, but the season is still very early.
Yeah, 5 races in, it is still early, but like I said, some of these teams, especially that, they don't want to get too far behind early on and have to play catch up the rest of the regular season. So definitely when you get a good race under your belt, and anytime you can take advantage of it happening like today, if that happens, that's a good thing to do, and try to keep the damage to a minimum on the points.
And Jessica Shelton leading here. She's had a good steady pace. If we look at the fastest car on the racetrack, it's actually the driver who started dead last in this field. That's Laura Chung. And she actually is the defending winner of this race, as last season in the Bristol Dirt Race, she got her very first career win.
Yeah, and I'm not quite sure where she's running at the moment, but she definitely knows how to get around this track, and she's one to try to go up there and try to replicate that same result, but so far 18th it looks like.
Yep, 18th for that number 78 car, which is a very good improvement. That's want to say 20 spots up since from starting 38th.
Yeah, that's a pretty good run. Just not a lot of laps to try to make the most of it, but I mean, definitely a good comeback for sure after the qualifying effort wasn't as they wanted. We got battle here for second. That's
Charles Buxton getting clear of the two of Dylan Young. Now can the 15 run down the 10 car? She's actually beginning to catch the back half of the field here, and that's usually what happens here at Bristol. When your cars get spread out enough, pretty soon you start to run into the back of the pack.
Yeah, and no surprise. Look at the 23. The damage is still affecting Nathan Orman's car. He's not made any progress running in the very back here running with Charles Sanford. Sanford not having a good race again a couple weeks in a row, unfortunately. And Nick Gunther's back here, and you see the 66 who was involved partially in that first wreck, Matthew Rodriguez, and then the 14 Allie Rain. Yeah, like I said, there's a couple. Like I said, Allie needs to have a good run. This is not what she's needing. She's trying to get back in the top 25 in points with that win.
I just realized what lap we're on.
Oh.
And it's the end, and coming to the end of stage number 2 already here at Bristol, and it's going to be Jessica Shelton out to an outstanding lead here. She wins stage number 2. That's a whole nother points, and then the 15 able to beat out the 2 for second. As you can see, your stage results happening, I think, right about now. We're going to take another quick commercial break and be right back with more action here at Bristol. And we're back here for the final 20 laps of this race. Shelton pulled out to actually a really, really good lead here. And with the 15 car in second place, Dylan Young back to third. Here a little bit spread out, but look, here we go. Here's a couple of cars getting together here, Dylan.
Yeah, it looks like Benjamin Miles and Dylan Pote have caught up to Dylan Young. Young's trying to hang on. It looks like hopefully at the end of the race, I guess he was expecting some others to pit. Well, he actually hasn't pitted though, so I'm not sure. Maybe he's going to go the whole way without pitting and steal a good finish here. But people like Cole Baker in the background there, they're all still hoping, as well as the 7, hoping these guys have to make a pit stop for the end of the race, kind of cycle around and see if they get their spots back. Otherwise, it's not going to be a good point stay for them.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how long these cars can go on just fuel only.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, Dylan Young's hoping that he can make it all the way to the finish at this point. If not, it's going to hurt him a little bit. But getting those stage points definitely did help in case he does have to pit.
Now, here's the question. Does Shelton catching the back half of the field help or hinder her?
I think it will definitely going to slow her down. The 15, I think, is actually starting to make some ground on her. I've noticed the 15, I think, has been closing in every lap lately. He almost took about a 10th off that lap. But at this rate, he's going to catch her maybe before the white flag, but unless she starts having a lot of problems here. That 15 definitely is getting closer.
Yeah, he's definitely getting in the same camera view too.
See
So
what
we'll
it is
see.
this time by.
It was 1 point. Now it's under a second.
Almost 2/10 taken off that time. Yeah, the 15 Charles Buxton is definitely eating into that 10 car's lead.
Fastest car on the racetrack right now.
Yeah, he's ran the fastest lap of the race. Once he got around Dylan Young there, I think that's all it was needing. Just smooth sailing now to catch the 10. So Sheldon's going to have to play some defense here. Oh, the 15's pitting.
Oh, he is. Yep. Here's what we talked about.
Wow.
All right, we're going to have to deal with a lot of the dust on the front straightaway with this, but we're going to keep an eye on the race leaders here. Pitting with what's now 11 laps to go. Is Shelton going to come down pit road? This could be the strategy. DeYoung's coming down pit road.
Well, now we're going to have to wait and see how this works out. Well, that's what those two guys that pitted earlier are hoping for.
Think about it this way for Jessica. The longer you stay out, the less fuel you have to take, but you still have to go all the way around pit road.
Yeah, and if a yellow comes out too, that's going to really change the run of this race. See the 8 car, their points there. Anthony McCurry was on pit road back there. Couldn't tell you who's on the front stretch right now pitting because you can't see. Oh, there's the 5th. Or is that the 15? Yep, there's the 15 coming back out. Not sure where that's going to put Charles there.
Going to be right tail end of the lead lap until she passes him again.
I think he's already been lapped maybe once. He may be on the tail end of 1 lap down.
Yep, tail end of 1 lap down.
There's Dylan Young right there. He's going to go 2 laps down.
No one else coming to pit road just yet. This could the 10 car make it? That's going to be a big thing if she can make it and the rest couldn't.
I was really surprised to see the 15 pitting right now if others don't pit because he pitted down on the caution. Unless they didn't fill him up all the way, but I mean we all expected the 2 car to have to pit.
Oh, there comes Dylan. Yep, Poteet. Poteet coming. Here comes Dylan Poteet's clone down pit road.
Yeah, Stephen Colin was on pit road as well there in the 31.
Ooh, Dylan. I wonder who can win this race if the 10 has to pit. And here she comes.
A lot of people coming. Oh, hit the commitment cone. I don't know if that's going to be a penalty or not.
I have no idea, honestly, and I have no idea who the race leader is. I think it's the 45. Yeah, Benjamin Miles. Okay, I was going to say, am I even on his car? Because I can't see.
Maybe there. Pit road's about to get super busy, I feel like.
5 laps to go, and here comes the 45.
That puts second place. Oh, well, it was 17. Now Trent Dunham's going to be the leader with the pole sitter right there. The 41, Johnson Zorlin, now battling for the lead.
Wow, if Trent Dunham steals a win here at Bristol. Coming to 4 laps to go.
20th in points coming in this race. Oh, I think he's pitting.
Oh, here they come, yep.
And then that leaves the lead to who knows?
I have no idea at this point anymore. No clue.
Since 42 is 3rd. I would go back probably around either the 10 maybe? I don't know if the 10 got leapfrogged by the 15 yet or not. 42 is still... Oh, no, Bobby Fraser's still out there.
And he stays out, too. That's pretty much lapped the entire field at this point.
You got Jessica Sheldon right behind him. She's trying to get back on the lead lap.
Bobby Fraser could steal this victory.
Wow.
2 laps to go. And the entire field is lapped except for the 42. I have never seen this in any of the Budweiser All-Pro Series before.
That's wild. We'll see if they can hang on for 1 more lap.
White flag, 1 lap to go for the 42 of Bobby Fraser. Coming to pit road now.
Oh, wow. So Sheldon's in 2nd. And then
1 lap down.
3rd. Yeah, we got to keep an eye on where's the 42 pitting. Is he on the front or back stretch? Oh, this is the white flag.
I've never seen this before. Caution is out. Oh, there's a big wreck. The 8 and the 31 car.
I would go back to the 42 because the 42 I think is on the front stretch pitting. 42.
Drama. Where is he? There he is. Oh, he won. He won on pit road.
Oh my goodness.
He won on pit road. Bobby Fraser has won this race on pit road.
I honestly think the yellow just saved him from losing that race because everybody had to slow down. Look at on the backstretch there. Like I think the 10 I thought was going to come around and beat him, but
I don't even know. Well, he's getting fueled up, or they took his car.
Oh, he went straight to victory lane.
Oh yeah, he's pushing his car to victory lane here. I have never seen this in all of my life in the Budweiser All Pro Series. I'm going to export these results live on screen because I have no idea.
And Bobby Frazier was 12th in points coming to this race. Now has a win and is in a locked-in spot now for the playoffs. And it's just chaos there at the end of the race. I don't even know what just happened.
Look at this. Look at him park. What are you doing, Dylan? Why are you parked sideways on the front stretch?
I'm turned around to go home. I don't know what caused that wreck there, but I saw Sheldon and a couple others actually get involved in that wreck. I think if the yellow hadn't come out, I thought the 10 was going to come back around and actually win that race and pass the 42 while they were on pit road.
So did I. That's why I switched over to the That's why I switched over to the 10 and see. But
I think the 31 was in the wreck and somebody else. I'm trying to remember who all I saw in there. They were just stacked up on the outside, wrecked. I don't even know what just happened.
I don't either, and I'm very, very afraid.
I wonder how that worked out. I was actually looking to see where those drivers that pitted super early, where they ended up. I see Baker got 14th a lap down, and the 7 got 21st, Matty Crenshaw. So I guess they somewhat got some of their points back.
Right?
But
in the end,
yeah,
Bobby Frazier, the only car on the lead lap, finishes this race. And I guess, like I said, my series brings great racing and drama all at the same time.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say. That was insane. That's for sure. I don't even know. I just thought that maybe the 10, the 45, and then we're going to catch up to the 42, but he pulled a Mark Martin, came to pit road, except he won the race this time instead of going to the garage early.
Yeah, let's say he went down the length of pit road instead of just turning it into the garage, so...
Yeah, and I was curious where his stall was. It looked like his stall was actually past the start-finish line on the front straightaway, so he actually was in a good spot. Had it been like on the back stretch or before the start-finish line, I don't think he would have won that race.
He might not have. Nope, he might not have won that race.
It would have been the most dramatic slow finish ever, seeing the 10 crawl back around, but nonetheless.
Well, as we see these cars try to figure out what they're doing, you're at a bad day for Seth Cole and Matthew Rodriguez, 35th, 36th. Daniel Voiles, not sure what happened to him. He only completed 3-4 laps at most.
Yeah, that's what it looked like there. And we'll definitely need to look and see what caused that last yellow there coming to the white flag.
You're very true. Let's watch that.
I think the 31 was in that with somebody.
Ow.
Oh, the points leader, Anthony McCurry. Where were they running?
I can't see. I don't know. I can't see.
Oh, looks like in the mid-20. They were 4 wide there.
4 wide. The 8 car bounces off of Qualls down into the 31. Maddie just somehow was like, okay, bye, and hard into the wall. And then the 31, I don't think liked that very much. He just kept his foot in the gas.
Yeah, and comes up right in front of the 20 here. Bogelman had nowhere to go, got caught up in it. This is where I started seeing a few cars hit the 31. The 48 barely avoids. Here comes the 9.
Lamas barely gets it. The 9 gets a bit of it. The 10 got it. That's where Shelton got a little bit of it. By then, it was already
up right there. That's why I was like, I don't know what happened.
But yeah, by then she had already crossed the line to slow down for the caution flag.
And our points there sitting there in a cloud of smoke, just wasn't able to continue on.
Where did he end up? He ends up finishing 23rd, so not too terribly. I mean, it's mid-pack, and there's still you still get a decent amount of points, anyways.
He lucked out with how the timing was, thanks to the 42. He was supposed to be on the tail end of 1 lap down there, so he actually fell as far down as 23rd. So he actually would have fallen further if he'd been another lap down. So the timing, I think, with the yellow and the 42 finishing the race probably saved him from losing a lot more points there.
Well, Shelton didn't exactly hinder from that. She finishes 2nd with 20 bonus points because of her 2 stage wins. So
wasn't a bad day.
No, not really a bad day for her. I'm sure she would have liked to have won to be secured in, but now she's going to probably be in via points right now.
Yeah, if you watch the points leader, McCurry, he got in a wreck, and then Baker and Crenshaw were 2nd and 3rd. They had their problems, had to pit early. Jonathan Zorlin finished 6th, and then Seth had problems, and Orman had trouble. She's probably going to jump up probably in the top 3 in points.
It's very, very possible. Well, I don't usually do the points until after the race. So you'll see the points. They always show up after the race, after we show the results here, and Dylan, I want to again thank you for joining me up here in what was a very, very bizarre race.
Oh, yeah, definitely for sure. I got my first top 10 and my first top 5 today. It looks like in 5th, so I will take it.
RFK Racing, all top 10.
Yep, and James Moore in 8th place there. Charles Buxton, I just thought about, he had probably the fast car, like the fastest car in the race. I guess the strategy or some traffic there got him behind a little bit, dropped to 7th, but nonetheless, yeah. It seemed like qualifying was very important in this race, and in this case, just not pitting.
Right? And that was, yeah, that was true. That was very good. Well, thank you so much for watching. This has been a very odd. I really am kind of like in a haste to get out of this place because right now we're going to be heading south to Alabama. Next week, we're heading to the Talladega Super Speedway where it's going to be absolutely insane. Dylan, again, thank you for joining me up here. My name is Michael Norman, the official voice of the Budweiser All-Pro Series, saying see you at Talladega until we meet again.
Bye.